Look, Lynn, it's grown real well, isn't it?
Yeah.
I reckon it'll be a real picture when all the flowers come out. It'll look real pretty.
And I'll still be here to see it.
Oh, try not to think about it. It's no use brooding. Hey, do you reckon we should put something on this plant to help it along?
I don't know. It probably just needs a bit of fertiliser.
Yeah, we should use bullshit. Plenty of that around here.
Yeah.
Oh, God, what do I have to do to get a laugh out of you? Pull down me pants in Maya's window.
Morning, Lynn. Morning, Doreen. How's the plant going?
Oh, fine, Mrs. Jackson. But Lynn's real down in the dumps. She's worried about her parole and that.
Forget it, Doreen. There's no use keeping on about it.
Oh, yeah, but if I ever get the person who did it... Well, Mrs. Jackson, Lynn wouldn't do something like that. Someone must have set her up. Who'd be rotten enough to do a stinking thing like that?
I don't know, Doreen. Perhaps you could tell me.
Me? Geez, I wouldn't know. If I did, their lives wouldn't be worth living.
Well, there's nothing we can do about it at the moment. But don't take it too hard, Lynn. You haven't altogether lost your chance of parole.
What do you mean, Mrs. Jackson?
Well, it's just that the governor herself seems pretty certain that someone else put those letters in your bag. So she's going to tell the parole board she thinks you were framed. And with a bit of luck, they'll believe her.
Oh, thanks, Mrs. Jackson.
Now, don't get too carried away. It's a slim chance, but it's something.
Oh, yes. I mean, no, I won't. Thanks, anyway. Isn't it great, Doreen? Isn't it terrific?
Yeah, it's terrific.
Well, how you settling in?
Oh, it's hardly the Hilton, but I've been in worse places.
Well, like hell. Still, you haven't got a very long stretch. You can put up with it for a sixer, can't you?
Not that long. Especially when a girl got prospects like you have.
Yeah. My Harry's been a real good provider this time.
They sound like a really smart cave. A work of a mastermind, they said in the papers.
Well, you don't want to believe everything you read in the papers, Monty. Those journos usually get everything arse up.
Oh, no, they were spot on. Carried out with military precision, it was, just like they said. Oh, Harry'd be proud of that. Now, how he'd know anything about military precision beats me. He spent all his time in the army, Ack Willie.
What's Ack Willie?
Shot through.
Oh. Yeah, but he didn't do it on his own, did he? The job, I mean. They said there were two other blokes.
Laurel and Hardy. They couldn't organise a raffle, let alone get away with over 150 grand.
Oh, that's a lot of money.
And you're the only one who knows where it's stashed?
Yeah, that's right. And that's the way it's going to stay.
What about Harry?
Oh, I'll let him in on it. Maybe. When I get out. There's no way those other two creeps are getting a cut.
Yeah, well, it is a lot of lolly. I reckon those blokes be pretty keen to get their claws in it.
Yeah, it could get pretty rough.
I'd watch my neck if I were you.
What do you think I'm doing in here?
Yeah. Yeah, now there's a point.
Going out tonight?
No. Well, yes, actually. Going to Meg's for dinner.
Sorry to keep you waiting.
That's no problem.
Are you getting a cold, Mrs. Jackson?
Yes, I think I am.
Better go straight home to bed.
What's that supposed to mean?
Oh, nothing.
See you tomorrow, then.
Good night, Sally.
So, you see, Mrs. Davidson doesn't believe I took those letters after all, and she's going to tell him. So it looks as though I might get my parole after all.
Sounds a bit dicey to me.
Yeah, Mrs. Jackson said not to get too excited.
No, she just said she couldn't be absolutely sure. And anyway, if Mrs. Davidson believes it and she's going to tell them, well, they'll have to believe her being the governor and everything.
Yeah, of course they will. Sounds like real good news, love.
See, Doreen, everything's going to be all right. Everyone thinks so. It's good, isn't it?
Yeah.
Look, yeah, it's just... You can do it better than I can. Like, you know him and I don't.
Well, just exactly what do you want Steve to do?
Oh, nothing complicated. Just handle the sale of the shop for me. Now, look, don't get me wrong. I'm not looking for a freebie or anything like that. I've got a bit of dough behind me, you know.
OK, I'll ask him.
Come on, you lot. Get back to yourselves. Oh, come on. Vera, the bell's only just gone.
Yeah, and we've got another 5 minutes.
Well, for your information, things are going to be a little different around here from now on. Because our new Deputy Governor, Mr. Fletcher, has decided, and I must say that I agree with him for once, that you lot must be in your cells by the time the bell goes. Oh. So move it.
You're bloody mad to think something like that.
Brilliant. Next thing they want us in the cell 10 minutes for the bell. Well, looks like some of the birds will be leaving the nest soon.
Do you think the governor's really going to help Lynn?
Yeah, if she's run true to form. Davidson's a bit la-di-da sometimes, but if she thinks it's a fair thing, she'll speak up.
Must be really strange, counting the days and then the hours till you get out.
Don't break me heart, love. You haven't got much longer to serve yourself.
No, I suppose not.
What are you going to do when they throw you out in the cold, hard world? Got any plans?
Oh, yeah, I've got plans, all right. I'm going to make people outside there find out what goes on inside places like this.
Oh, going to blow the whistle on us, are you, love?
If people knew what went on inside prisons, things would be different.
Oh, no, you're barking up the wrong tree. Look, people don't care unless it's happening to them. Those mugs on the outside don't give a damn what happens to us. Out of sight, out of mind.
You're wrong, Bea. It's because they don't know, and I intend to tell them.
Yeah, you tell them, love.
Well, look, there are so many areas that need reform. We need to change the system.
Well, the only change in the system that's going to do me any good is if they abolish the nick altogether, and I don't see them doing that. Well, not in my time, anyway.
Wouldn't you like to see some changes brought in? I mean, to improve things.
My oath, I'd like to see things brought in. I'd like to see a bunch of big, horny fellas brought in every Saturday night.
Come on, Bea, I'm serious.
I'm dead serious.
Oh, look at all the stupid, cruel, unnecessary things that go on in here. I mean, take poor Irene, for example. Just because she couldn't communicate, and she couldn't communicate because she couldn't speak the language, she had a worse time than anyone else, and no one cares.
Yeah, you're right. Of course you're right. But I don't know what you're going to do to change it. I mean, look at Davidson. She's tried to change things in her own way. Well, what do? Slam a male watchdog on her. I mean, it's beaut that Vera's out in her ear, but it's hardly a pat on the back for Erica, now is it? And there's Meg Jackson. Well, she's about as good as they come. But so was her husband, Bill. And what happened to him? Some bitch slams a pair of scissors in his side. Bang! No Bill Jackson. You're fighting both sides, Karen. Think you can do that?
I don't know.
I don't know, Greg. I just don't know.
Meg, darling, I can't just leave the prison. Feeding sugar-covered placebos to Lizzie isn't exactly my life's ambition, but for the moment I'm stuck with it.
What do you mean, stuck with it?
Because I'm the junior partner. Sometimes it seems the very junior partner in the practice. And for the time being, at any rate, I have to do the boys' work.
You don't really have to, do you? I mean, I haven't heard of too many doctors on the dole.
Look, I don't know what you're getting at. Or are you, by chance, trying to get rid of me?
No. Quite the other way around.
Well, good.
I just think it would be better for both of us if you weren't working at Wentworth.
Oh, for heaven's sake.
Well, maybe it's not quite so bad for you. You're more or less isolated. But I get it all the time.
For God's sake, you get what, Meg?
A lot of not very funny, snide remarks from the women. In fact, we've become quite a source of entertainment for them.
To hell with the women. You know what they're like. They gossip about anything.
Oh, it's not just them. It's the staff. Even Erica are apparently intrigued and concerned about our relationship.
Well, to hell with them too, and Erica. What we do outside the prison walls is our business and no one else's.
Don't you think I know that? Don't you think I've actually said it? Oh, you may be able to shrug it off, but for me it's not quite so easy.
It really is getting to you, isn't it? Look, I think maybe you should consider leaving Wentworth. Doctor's orders.
Well, thanks for the concern. But I'm not exactly a girl any longer, Greg. And what if I did leave Wentworth? What would I be expected to do after all these years? I've got to make a living somehow. And I'm a little too old to make a career out of being a kept woman.
That lawyer fella's a bit late this morning, eh? Might be necessary to take legal action.
He'll be here soon, I'm sure.
Morning. Still here, Travers? Don't tell me your helpful little friend's forgotten you again. Well, looks like you'll just have to rely on public transport this morning.
Howdy, Fred, getting any?
Any more and I'd have to put a boy on. Who's the good-looking sort just went out?
One of the lodgers. Nice girl.
What's she in for?
Did her husband in.
Oh, great. Never can tell.